I'm Mark Dresner, and this is the Research Insider, brought to you by the Future of Consumer Intelligence Conference. Joining us today is Joshua Cantor. He is the SVP of Revenue Acceleration and Total Rewards for Caesars Entertainment. Joshua, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
How do you synthesize the output and the deliverables from the ones that seem to make sense together?
And some of my teams work very, very closely together. An example would be our Strategic Alliances and Partnerships group. Works very, very closely with the Total Rewards team, which is the loyalty program. And we use our partnerships as a way to extend the value we provide to our guests who are members of our loyalty program. That's one example. Our Consumer Insights organization works very, very closely with our interactive CRM team. And that's just because we are applying real-time learning and we're performing real-time experiments with our customers on the floors of our casinos. There's just a very rich area there for inquiry and learning.
To what extent does information and insight then drive decision-making in your organization, and how might it be improved?
Insight and analytics about customer analytics has been central to the success that Caesars Entertainment has had over the years and to our growth. There's an anecdote, an amusing anecdote about our CEO who said that there are only three ways to get fired from our company. Number one is to steal, number two is harassment, and number three is not having a control group. There are probably more ways than just those three. But the point is that in the company's DNA is this notion that we're always trying to learn, we're always experimenting, and part of that is about testing with real customers. Part of that's about listening. Part of that is about insights work, and having the voice of the customer guides us in all the strategic decisioning that we do and helps us understand better how the performance of one test or another perform the way that they do. So I think that we as a company are among the world's leading practitioners of consumer insights and certainly consumer analytics.
What are the key challenges that an organization like yours is facing in harnessing big data?
We at Caesars have been practitioners of big data long before the term was even coined, I think. The volume of the data that we have and that we collect over our 45 million members is extraordinary, and we've been pioneers in developing analytics that tie together all of the various pieces of the customer journey. In a slot machine, every time you make a bet, it's called a handle pull. Well, so handle pull level data. There are billions and billions and billions of handle pulls in a day. Well, that's just simply historically been too large for us to look at. We've aggregated it, and we're now with new technologies able to start looking at that at the granular level, and there's a lot of richness there analytically. In addition, we have cameras, for security and fraud detection. But the same information that goes to those cameras can be used to help us understand traffic flows through a property. We can figure out where there's a bottleneck or where people are not going, and maybe we can change the floor layout to make it more consumer friendly. And so these are things that without some of the newer technologies, either analytical technologies or sort of sheer processing technologies, we wouldn't have been able to work with. Everyone is very focused on integrating the holistic view of the customer, right? Including all of the in-house transactional systems, but then also external data, social media data, unstructured data. All of those things come together, and that's something that we're focused on right now. We're starting at a farther point than I think a lot of our competitors, but we know that this is where everything is going, and we're taking it very seriously and making strategic investments to understand and make use of big data in a way that none of our competitors ever have.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of encouragement to pursue this path for you. So I wish you very great luck.
Thank you. Same to you. You should come visit us. There's luck everywhere in our properties.
And on that note, that concludes this episode of the Research Insider. Joshua, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm Mark Dresner, and you've just heard the Insight Scoop.